So we're basically here at John's house. You know, where he grew up at. This is something like deep. You know, we've been here plenty of times. John, this is where John resigned his whole life, right?
Yeah.
And he grew up here.
It's only right to be here and launch the.
Exactly. It's like it's a blessing that we're here. And for you guys that don't know, Jersey is a good state. You know, if you want to move to Jersey, good area. If you want to be around crackhead state, New York City. I'm from New York, born and raised, but that shit is all bummed out. I just left the Bronx, and I was like thinking to myself, I was driving back home, like, what the fuck, you know? How the fuck was I in that fucking slum? The BX's slums, man. Crackheads all over the place, junkie. And today, you know, I did a good deed today because, you know, a nephew that he's like, he's autistic and he could barely walk and stuff like that. As far as like, he graduated today, like a little graduation, not a big graduation, kindergarten. So he was so excited. My sister's really poor, so she called me today and she was like, can you like help me? She didn't ask for help, but she like threw it in the air like, oh, you know, Dad, I don't even have money to take my kids to McDonald's today because he loves McDonald's, being that he graduated. So, you know, I felt bad. So I came all the way from North Jersey to the BX in the Bronx. And I bought all my nieces and nephew McDonald's and herself because to me, that's a good deed, you know, because at one time I didn't have nothing and I was like struggling. And my friend right here, he let me stay in his house. You know, I had nowhere to go. I was homeless. I went through a lot, but now I'm back, you know what I mean? But I've been down and in and out, you know what I'm saying? The struggle, no parents. All I do, we're not blood related, but we're like brothers. We just bond like that. Sometimes we go in our own ways and shit, but we're still there. Still energy in the air, you know what I mean? And if you really want to like record me, like I got stories. Like I can do a movie about my life. Like you guys just don't know. Like my life is next level. Like there's no motherfucker out there that can tell me about the streets or anything like that. You know what I mean? They call me Eastside. I'm from LES, from the Lower East. You know what I mean? Midtown. I'm from everywhere in New York. Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. I've been everywhere. You heard? No niggas in every borough. You know what I'm saying? I represent 5 boroughs. That's who I be. I'm in Jersey. You heard? Jersey, the Garden State. You heard? That's where it's at. You know, it's nothing crazy. Always that exotic, of course.
But for me, I think this is very, very special to be here at home. It all started, I think, in 2020 when COVID hit, and I was living here in my mom's, my parents' house. And at that time, you know, a lot of uncertain things were going. To see where I am right now, to see where we all are 3 years later, I think it's a marvelous thing because each first of many podcasts and conversations we're gonna have. Yeah, we're having a conversation about life. We should do this thing because each and every one of the people that I'm around, they're accomplishing, they're moving forward towards their dream. So I think that's something very special for me. Stay tuned. You know, I'm so grateful to have you guys be a part of this. And as I move forward and talk and reveal myself and my experiences to you guys, we all can learn from people like Angel, from people like from each other, you know. So one of the most important things is friendship. And when you need someone, you can always count on people.
We're going to really be entertained with this. You know, we're going to bring y'all something.
Chacho, estamos aquí con Ryan. Oye, Ryan, how you came?
No, yeah, listen, I'm no better or worse. Or they love me. I'm no better or worse. All I need is some fucking money. I need $100, 20, you know, something.
And how can people reach you, man, if they want to help, if someone sees that?
Call me, 786-76 fucking, you got a pair of shoes you want to give me?
What size?
Size is a 9.5. 9 at 9. Give me an 8. Don't worry, I'll rip out the sole.
You know my shoes, like, these fit right there.
No, let's see, man. But they don't. We on the same side. It fits beautiful. But I take your shoes.
Yeah, bro, take it.
No, man.
No,
Man. I gotta give you your shoes right now. It's crazy.
Nah, yo.
Oh man, one thing about that you never want. Listen, I want another. I want you guys to get me something nice.
I'll drop
something. You know, something that's in your closet they don't care about. That's why I love the community out here.
Now, we're gonna bring y'all something y'all never seen or heard before.
You know, so I'm just trying to tell you guys, anything that you see is real, man. It's real scary. I'm frightened, and I'm homeless, and have no fucking money. I'm living a gay life. It's crazy, man.
What do you mean you live in a gay life?
I'm living a gay life. It's just gay, dude. You gotta, you know, like I told you, who's the black invisible hand? That's someone gay. I don't know. And I love them. And call me. We'll go to your house. We'll do whatever you want. I love you, Papa.
All right, brother.
I'll be right out.
All right.
I heard before, like everyone is out there streaming, but this is gonna be special. Just stay tuned. If you're about life, if you're about smoking, if you're about realistic shit, not fake shit, this is your channel, bro. Pull the fuck up.
I couldn't say it any better, you know. Talking and doing this is because we want to share our experiences. And I think most importantly, the messages to the younger generation that like we were from outside, you know. Angel has been in the streets, I grew up as well in the streets, but in a different kind of form of street wise, you know, nothing bad wise, but just being outside and playing and dealing with people. A lot of people nowadays, they grow up in the digital world, so it's kind of more dealing with, you know, in the social media, a lot of things like that. So we want to be able to combine the knowledge of the past and the present and the future, and hopefully that prepares us to what's about to come, because a lot of things are uncertain, you know. A lot of things are happening and that are going to push each and then every one of you to the brink of something. It could be a collapse of anxiety, depression, whatever, you know, financial ruin, marital issues. But if we're able to kind of like be open and communicate with each other about what we're going through and how we dealt with it, how we overcame it, that can give somebody else the blueprint, so they don't have to go through as much things as they went, as I went, you know, because we learn from the physical world, and life hits, man. It hits hard, and you have to learn how to get up and dodge punches and figure it out on your own. You know, you shouldn't be. I think the biggest problem with society nowadays is that everyone is expecting something, you know. I had the opportunity to go back to school, and I was like, I want to learn about communication, about filming. How do I create a message and create a channel for like-minded individuals like ourselves to communicate and speak? So this opportunity is a fruition. This is something that's been in my mind for a long time. So I'm grateful. I think Ever New Joy is that whole concept of always putting a new mentality to things, and not being afraid to try things and fail and succeed and just live. So I think that's very exciting for me to be a part of that. So, and this is the first one. This is just how we do it.
What's next on the journey?
Stay tuned. That's all I have to say.
Little preview.
Yeah, a little preview. The past 2-3 weeks have been a movie, and it keeps on going. This movie doesn't end. It gets better and better. So that's what I mean by when I said stay tuned. Sorry, I'm high.
You got downs, but you're going up.
Going up always.